is Jason Smith, and for this project we were to choose two industry professions that we found interesting. One had to be above the line and the other below the line. Above the line is a term used to describe those who guide, influence, and add a creative direction, voice, or process to the film. Below the line refers to those who perform the physical production of the film, including post and all related areas. The above the line position I chose was pretty easy. It was directing, since it involves most of the aspects in this industry I look forward to pursuing. The below-the-line position I chose was director of photography, although there were very many others I was thinking of pursuing. Being into film and photography, I felt this was the best match for what I was looking forward to. Now, the list of responsibilities for director can be endless, or at least seem to be. Luckily, depending on what the budget looks like, he does have many on his team to help him with the insurmountable roles and tasks at hand, such as his first and second assistant directors, and his director of photography. But that does leave a lot on his plate in the end. It starts months in advance during pre-production, where he reads the scripts with the producer, works with storyboard artists, attends casting sessions, rehearses with actors, meets with the first AD to discuss schedule, helps scout locations, and even writes out the shot list for each and every scene. He then works throughout the shooting right up to the end, collaborating with the DP to get the shots, making the day, or completing the shots for the day, with directing actors, getting the atmosphere right with the second AD, and then working with editors during post to get that first cut of the film. He also has the final say in the final approval of the project. The director of photography is in charge of three departments: the camera team, the grip, and the electrical. As DP, he's responsible for the overall photographic look of the film. They usually start around the same time as production designer, so right around after pre-production. He decides on the stock, hires the gaffer, key grip, camera operator, and sometimes even the first AC. He determines the camera package, runs hair and makeup tests, goes on location scouts, checks the lighting, gives meter readings to the first AC, and confirms with gaffer. And nowadays, even works in post to make sure that any CGI stays true to the color scheme throughout the picture. The skills someone may most probably need to be a good director, according to an online article at MediaCollege.com, is for one, he needs to have a thorough understanding of all film production aspects. From the lens to acting, the director should gain knowledge of other roles first. They need to be aware that directing is more of creative achievement than financial gain. Communication skills, camera technical knowledge, commitment, and being organized are just a few more skills one should possess. Another interesting bit of information I found was in an interview with David Lean, director of Lawrence of Arabia. When asked what problems new directors face, he says they're in too much of a hurry. They're more concerned with getting as many shots as they can and not controlling what they shoot. He says films need patience and pampering. Now, the DP needs to have an artistic eye for photography. He also needs some basic photographic knowledge, such as lighting, how to use lenses, and getting the correct exposures and film speeds. Knowledge of film equipment, having the flexibility to manage production when scenes don't go as planned, keeping up with the changes in technology, and being able to manage and budget with other departments are just a few necessary skills a DP should have. Now, easily, the director I admire most, just because he's got me into directing and film at such an early age, was Steven Spielberg. I don't think anyone can argue that he's one of the best with such an extensive list of movies under his belt, such as Jurassic Park, Jaws, E.T., Back to the Future, Close Encounters, the list goes on. Not only do I have a nostalgic love for his films, but the emotions he's able to create throughout his screen work is the drive for what I want to accomplish myself. Although at this point, I know that is shooting extremely high, but it's a good means of inspiration for me. Now for DP, I had to do a little bit of research, but I was pleased to find that many of the movies that I found interesting and that I liked myself, such as Burn After Reading, Sleepy Hollow, Y Tu Mama Tambien, were all shot by Emmanuel Lubezki. Lubezki? You'll have to look that up. I can't pronounce it well. But it was the long shot of the car scene in Children of Men that really made me inspired by his films. He actually invented the contraption that was used to make it possible to create that rotating camera inside the car. This made it an incredible gut-wrenching scene that, to me, just made the movie. Okay, so this concludes my part of the video. I thank you all for watching, and I wish you all good luck. Thank you again.